Welcome to the Open World Forum TV show. We are talking today with Andrea Rossi. Andrea Rossi, hi.
Hi, how are you?
You're Italian, working in Spain. You're a real European guy.
Yes, definitely.
And you are exploitation manager for a project named Qualipso.
Yes.
Perhaps you can explain what Qualipso is.
Qualipso is a European project founded by the European Commission under the 7th Work Forum program. And it comprises 18 partners from 9 countries and 3 continents, which is quite unusual for a European project. We have a partner in China and a partner in Brazil.
And what is it about?
It's about quality in open source. And that's why it's called Quality Platform for Open Source. We aim to, let's say, come from the open source movement as a rebellion to open source as a industrial practice. So the objective of the project is to implement process, products, and methodologies that will help companies in adopting open source software and open source methodology in their day-to-day activities.
Do you really think that open source code in a proprietary environment is better developed than open source?
Well, as far as quality, yes. And we have a whole range of tools and activities that can test that. Of course, the big question is how do we market? And is it appropriate for every sector? Is it usable for every type of company, small companies, big companies? What is the grade of adoption among them? With all the methodologies we have developed and the tools that we have developed, we think that this adoption it can be very easy also for example, small companies. And the output, the final output of the project, what will be left when it's finished, there will be like competence centers all over the world that will take up the results of the project, the tools and methodology I was talking about, and implement them with a business model, with a sustainability plan on their own. And in their own country, they will be a referent for open source development and open source uptake in the industrial sectors.
Do you really think that open source developers will accept to use this kind of processes, and is it something incompatible with the freedom spirit of open source?
I think there is going to be some resistance, and there is some resistance, of course, because there is a divide between the purists and the ones that they want to do business with open source. But in the end, I think. The aim of the project, that is comprised by many industry, was to let this divide shrinking day by day. And in that respect, I think we have done a very good job. Yeah. And nowadays, there is much less rebellion and much more awareness of the use and the trust that the companies can have regarding open source.
You're working for a big services company, Atos Origin.
Yes.
Is it important for this kind of large company working with thousands of the consultants and developers to have this level of tools and process for its own activity?
It's funny you ask me, because just yesterday I was on a flight here and a colleague of mine told me that our CEO, Thierry Breton, as you might maybe know him, stressed the importance of using open source software in the future, also at a corporate level. Mm-hmm. So this is something big for us.
Yeah.
It's a really big announcement.
Yeah.
And yes, my answer is yes. And
okay.
If my CEO says yes, I agree with him.
Of course, of course. What is the deadline? When will be the tools and processes available?
The final deadline is January 31st, 2011.
Okay.
So that's
So it's
that's
very
the-
close.
Yeah, that's the end of the project. We are after like 4 years, we
Yeah.
are finishing next year. So we are
Yeah.
just concluding in this like final
Okay.
months.
Okay. You have a great T-shirt. If you want,
Yeah.
if you want to know more about this project, Qualipso,
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
just have to go to www.qualipso.org.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you very much, Andrea.
Thank you.
And I hope you will have more information about Qualipso and the other tools on the website. Thank you very much, and we come back for another interview on the Open Source Open World Forum TV show. Thank you.